Good.
Your chair awaits, sir.
How y'all doing? Sorry I'm late.
Good to see you, buddy.
How are you? Good. How are y'all?
Yeah,
I've got Wes that's gonna jump
got
in.
another 30 seconds and go on.
Sweet. How y'all doing?
It's our last show of the
Very
season.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's our last show of the season.
I cannot say the same. Well, here I can, I guess. We're jumping straight from this to Luke Combs' tour next week, so we non-stop. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'll see y'all again. No, I ain't. I like seeing y'all.
Man, just going off of what you said, which is parking lot C, correct?
Now let me tell you something. There's some people who walk up here to do these interviews, and then there are people who arrive. And Morgan Wallen arrives, dude. You come in here rocking the mullet, got your short sleeve shirt on. I wish I could be as cool as you on my best day.
That was probably one of my favorite compliments I've ever got. Thank you, man. You're pretty cool though. I will give you that.
Oh, listen, my days of being cool are long past, but I get to hang out with you, so that's the cool thing about it. How does it feel? And I know this is putting you on the spot to be the it girl of country music right now. You are as hot as you get right now.
Man, it feels good. You know, it's awesome to see the progress that we've made because it hasn't always been that way. You know, when we first started playing shows and going around to all these different places, you know, there wasn't hardly anybody there, and a lot of people who were there probably didn't know why they were there. You know, because they didn't even hardly know me. So it's really incredible to see. Like, I mean, FGL took me out on tour with them in 2017, really before anything started happening, you know, so we've got to go back to a lot of those same venues, and I've got to see the change in what the people were like, you know, back in 2017 and then now. And usually by the time I get off stage, the venue is pretty much at capacity, and I just feel super blessed to be here, man.
Start singing your songs back.
Yeah, that's an incredible feeling, man. I get emotional sometimes on stage just to think about, because it makes me think about, you know, what all it's taken to get here, and I got all kinds of people who have worked so hard for me for a long time now, and it's cool to see everybody hard work paying off.
Well, every time I play one of your songs, I go, this is the next big thing, this right here. Now, do you think your time had to arrive, or you had to convince them? Which do you think happened?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, 2 years ago, I don't think I had completely figured out who I was. Even, you know, I think I still had some growing to do. I still think I have growing to do, but I'm 26 now, and I think that I've changed a lot even in those 2 years. And even, you know, since I moved to Nashville when I was 22 years old, and I didn't really know I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my sound. I didn't know anything, you know. I didn't know my identity, and I feel like I've kind of adapted that. Even it was, you know, just over time and experimenting with different things, I kind of feel like I figured out what I want to be and what I want to sound like, and I think that's kind of really, you know, made me have a brand, if you will.
Now, see, I find that interesting because, man, I've talked to so many people, so many singers, and everybody's like, Morgan Wallen this, Morgan Wallen that, Morgan Wallen this, and you can tell they love hanging with you. They love just being in the same room. And I always took it to mean because you had a better sense of who you were than anybody else. Not that you were even famous, not anything, but you knew who you were, and people gravitated.
As a person, I think I have always known who I am. As a person.
And so the artist should figure it out, but that is the first step, that you know who you are, and you can see these guys just gravitate.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. That's high praise, you know, because I've got a lot of people who I respect and appreciate, and my peers, you know. So it's cool that they think of me that way. I appreciate that.
Well, you watch them, you look at, name the list.
Florida Georgia Line.
Florida Georgia Line. I mean, these guys, you can tell they have fun with you, and they just like being in the room.
Yeah, we always have. I pretty much have a good time wherever I go.
That's what we always tell everybody. First piece of advice, don't try to outdrink more than
no, it ain't gonna be fun.
Don't play that game. That is a no-win proposition right there.
I'm sure there's a couple of my buddies back home who could still beat me, but that's not so many people around me.
Tell me something that I wouldn't know that may surprise me about your voice. What is it that may surprise me?
Well, they wanted me to sing pop music, so I did at first. Not because I didn't want to, but you know, you kind of sign your life away. And they were luckily they were nice. Don't get me wrong. I think they just genuinely thought that I could sing that kind of music, and they thought that I could probably prosper more. I don't know what they thought, or it was better for the show, whatever. I don't know, but you know, that show is TV, just like anything else. You know, like for me, I got booted to like top 20, so I didn't get contractually tied to them at all.
Isn't it crazy how the good Lord works?
Yeah, no kidding. And I didn't, you know, going into that show, I didn't even know what that show was. My mom signed me up for it, and I ended up just being on there.
You can tell why people love being with you. I can sit back with you for hours and just hang out.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I can hang with you.
You're going on this, and you're not going to argue with me. And you're
Pretty much. I mean, I didn't really argue because I didn't really know what was going on. This was at like a time in my life where I was like, man, I got to make a choice because I wasn't going to college. I was doing landscaping. I was probably about to take over this landscaping company. Me and this lady pretty much ran the company, and I was like, you know, this is a time where I got to make the decision. Am I going to do this, which I'd have been fine with? I liked it. I liked doing landscaping. I thought it was great. But my mom, she said, you want to go on here? I've signed you up already, but if you want to, you know, if you don't want to go, it's okay. But I said, no, we should go give it a shot. So she drove me to St. Louis, Missouri, and tried out a couple times. Like, you have to go through process. So you make the first one, go back, do another one, and you go back to a different place, do the next one, and then you go to LA to do the executive tryout, is what they called it. So you do like 4 tryouts behind the scenes before you even get to like the TV part.
You need somebody to love you like your mother.
Oh, my mom is
Loves you, and the fact that she's believed in you.
dude from day one, man. Both of my parents have, and really my whole family. They still, you know, they're still my biggest fans, and they've given me a lot of love, you know, even in times when I really needed it. Yeah.
And they're enjoying this ride.
Oh yeah, they're having a great time. I bring them out with me as much as I can. You know, they still have jobs and stuff, so they don't get to come as much as I'd like them to. But
Well, now we have a sold-out show tonight. Here's the deal. You're not going to be able to see Morgan unless you got tickets. But here's the good news: there's still a few tickets left for Luke Combs.
Yeah, that's right.
At the SAP, and you're going to be with Luke.
yeah, I'm excited about that, man. I haven't. This is my first time playing shows with Luke, and he is on top of the game right now. You know, you talk about hot. I mean, that boy, he's crushing it. Yeah, so. I'm excited to see what his crowds are like, you know, and hopefully steal a few of his fans or borrow them, I guess, and share them. And
workout schedule with Luke's a lot better than this with FPL.
well, believe it or not, I don't think I've worked out one time this summer.
That's what I was saying. The workout schedule with Luke's gonna fit right in.
Yeah. I told that their trainer Wilson. At first I was, you know, had these pipe dreams about working out, getting all jacked and stuff, and by the time, like halfway through the tour, he's chasing me around, you know, trying to get me to work out. I'm like, Wilson, I said, dude, to be honest, I said, I don't know if I'm ever going to work out another day in my life. and he was just like, God. You could just see the disappointment in his face.
okay, well, we got to let you go because they want to
open the gates so that you can get you out of here, otherwise you get swamped.
I know.
We will see you back again for Luke.
All right, I can't wait.
Like I said, if you ever get a chance, 2 or 3 hours, this guy.
Maybe y'all can come hang when I come back with Luke. I would love it.
We're gonna get some whiskey glasses up. Here's Morgan Wallen. We're
No, it's just chasing you.
Chasing you.
You can play either one. I don't care. Play them both.